I Would Do show where we take hypotheticals, throw them at the wall, and ruin them. I am Reno, and with me are my wonderful co-host and now new co-host. Today we got Crow.
As always, it's 4 kobolds in a trench coat. Crow.
That's a new one. And now with us, a new co-host. Go ahead and tell us about yourself, Wumpkin.
Hello, my name is Wumpkin, and I stream on Twitch, and also hang out with Elric quite a bit. And you can catch me at twitch.tv/Wumpkin, and eventually it'll be called Realistream, as I am part of a team with my wife. So please check us out.
They're really good people, and Real Lounge is a good time. I'll have more information on pluggy type stuff at the end of the episode. And so, what have y'all been up to? Well, okay, what have you been up to since last recording is the normal question, but we have a new person here today, so I don't know how to phrase that question in a way that makes sense. So I'm just going to say, Crow, what have you been up to?
So, more of the people came for, like, the construction type stuff. They carved a big old hole in the wall, put a bunch of tape up. We had to have another filter going, like, 3 days straight. And I think it's been about a week since they took that away. There's still a hole in the wall. I'm not 100% sure they're going to fix it at this point. So that's mildly concerning. But other than that, just my usual Dungeons & Dragons, Pokemon Tabletop United, general mischief, you know the drill.
They just left a hole?
It's like around like the outlet, because they're like, oh, we got to get the mold fumes out, get rid of the spores. And yeah, there's just a hole in the wall. I'll send you a picture later.
Hopefully they fix it? That seems a little sus. Wumpkin, what have y'all been up to?
I guess we sustained some damage of our own with, like a wheel situation right before we went on a road trip. So that was fun. Turns out we have to replace one of the wheels on our vehicle, because it's, a little too exposed down to the bead on the tire, and if somebody were to try and replace that tire or fix it while reinflating, it could either slip off or explode. So we were running on a flat for about half the journey that I just kept refilling and trying different ways of sealing back up. And once we gave up and we put on the donut, we did it the rest of the way that way. And we rode the donut the whole way back for probably, 200 miles. On a wing and a prayer.
That's a bit of a journey there, bud. Hopefully the tire situation gets fixed up.
Yeah, we're shopping for new wheels right now, so we'll be able to probably repair that tire and slap it on a new wheel soon enough.
This sounds like the plan. All right, then. So I guess let's go ahead and move forward into the actual show. We did our roles and made our decisions, so going first today is going to be Wumpkin.
So, I would like to ask of you, I can just ask anyone, yeah?
Yes, anyone.
I'd like to ask of you, Elric, if you were in the situation where your grandmother is saved by a nefarious motorcycle club, and she specifically was walking along in West Memphis, and she was about to be hit by a bus, and one of them dives off the back of a motorcycle and pushes her out of the way in the last moment and sustains injury.
Okay.
So as repayment, they noticed how analytical you were, and they were like, this guy could make us some great biker crank. So they say, hey, why don't you just help us out for, a little while, like Breaking Bad style, and then, we'll let you go, but you're good at it. You're, too good at it. And so, so now you're stuck with them. And they have you stuck in there. Thanks for needing saving, Gma. What do you do?
At first I was like, oh, they don't understand. My grandma's nuts anyways. This is so far an easy thing. And then the further this went on, the more intricate and weird it got. Okay, so now I'm the best crack dealer this side of the Mississippi. and I'm specifically stuck with this biker gang. Well, okay, so here's what's going to happen, right? When a good quality product is out there and it's being hoarded and monopolized through illegal means, it will be attempted to be taken by illegal means, right? Which means I'm probably just going to stick with it, knowing that sooner or later, some bigger, wealthier crime organization is going to try to take me anyways and then give me the lap of luxury while I make it stuff for them instead. I'm just going to basically get like, it's like an intended kidnapping situation where I'm just going to like slowly get better and better working conditions until I can just live in this, you know, this excellent, luxurious palace.
Sure, but that new crime organization is the Russian mob instead, and they have you relocated with an absolute refusal to move anyone else that you care about.
Oh, I'm gonna clarify this. Everybody I know and love is dead to me at that point already anyways. I'm not expecting, like, I'm sorry, the podcast, it's done. My stream, it's done. Like, I can't do any of that. I knew that from the get-go. Like, once you start doing sus stuff, like your friends and family, like, it just vanishes. That's just how that works, right?
Even though it wasn't your choice. You're just like, this is my life now.
Yeah, like, I just knew, like, something in the back of my head, it was like, you know, once I got that good at it, it was like, I'm gonna lose everybody I know and love, but I'll live comfortably doing so. So yeah, I'm gonna get relocated to Russia, have all of the best local bathtub vodkas, and have a fucking party of the lifetime. I don't think I'll get involved with my own product. I think that's a bad recipe, but vodka for sure.
Okay, so you're over there, you know, enjoying your nice bathtub vodka. You know, you're chilling over in Russia, and then you start to hear rumors of a new name on the scene, and suddenly somebody makes a product that's as good as yours, maybe better in some situations, and it ends up being somebody you know.
Okay, so somebody I know went through my notebooks, found my recipes that I wasn't able to take from home. Wait, who was it?
It's Wolp. Wolp is your new enemy drug dealer.
Okay, Wolp is my enemy drug dealer. All right, so first things first, right? Like, I know in a battle of wits, I can make Wolp sad, right? So I know Wolp will be intimidated. So first things first, I'm sending him a death threat through the mail on an unmarked envelope, right? That's thing number one. He's going to be like, how do they know, right? Because I don't know if he knows exactly who I am, or just like if he just like happened to get into it anyways or whatever. But first things first, I'm sending the death threats. I'm making him scared. I'm going to try to get this dude paranoid like as hell, right? Because the more paranoid and the more shaky someone is, the more likely they are to slip up. So that's the first, that's step one. I'm sending him death threats. Step two is to get him so shaky to the point where he can't take it and he just confesses himself to the police. That's my goal.
What if Wolp was your adversary at this point because the police specifically put him there?
Ooh, okay, so it's an inside job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
okay.
they knew that they could get to you psychologically by choosing Wolp.
Okay. Well, okay, my mail to him was still unmarked and everything. So like they haven't figured out exactly where I am by that. I guess at this point, moving forward, if the death threats and all of that didn't work, you know, he was just working under the influence of the police and everything. I think it would just be down to a point where I would have to see it as healthy competition and do whatever micro adjustments I could do to like advance mine further beyond that. You know, just the healthy business model of, you know, creating your crack, how to improve your crack. You know, we already covered the foundations, the basics. Now I'm working on the advanced thesis. You know, I'm working to get the master's degree in crack.
So the point is that you're gonna stay under the radar with this whole whoop situation, but like you'll continue to grow your business even with this pressure.
Like the pressure's there. The police are after me. I'm all the way to fucking Russia. Like, I can just work on improving my product, knowing that it will, work better, sell more, advance the business. But just, okay, the whole Wulp situation, if he's going to get his market, he can get his market. I'm going to out economy him.
All right. So you're trying some new experimental crack concoctions. You're baking it up, you're cooking it, and then there's like a crack in your respirator. You inhale some of the strange fumes, and all of a sudden, you don't remember how to make crack. And the Russian mob has great expectations of you.
Okay. See, if we were playing D&D, this would be like where the wisdom roll comes in, and I like try to make sense of my notes, right? Because I'm like, I just have like advanced level theorems on notebooks and stuff because I've mastered the fundamentals here. And it's just like, I have to try to work backwards from those to get the basics of Crackdown again. Like, I'm just going to see all these chemicals and be like, shit, like, I somehow I doubt there's YouTube tutorials.
You'd be surprised.
Do I have any contacts in the Russian mob that I can trust?
That'll be up to Wumpkin.
Any contacts that you can trust? I mean, I guess you've developed some relationships, but you didn't find them quite as meaningful as the relationships that you developed while you were chained up with that biker gang.
Sure.
So they're there. But it's on shaky grounds. You're not sure if you can totally trust this person or not.
Got it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna need to buy myself some time. I'm gonna look around the crack lab. I'm just trying to find as many reasons to say the word crack as possible at this point. By the way, I just want to make that clear. I'm gonna look around the crack lab and look at all the crack chemicals and try to find like the one I'm lowest on and just tell them that like I'm too low on it, right? Try to buy myself some time that way so I can like avoid the time pressure by the Russian mob just slightly, just enough to get more ingredient, And in the meantime, I'm going to sort of feel out this guy to see if I can trust him to get me someone at like literally any other crack dealer to reteach me the basics so I can like unlock the hidden passages within my mind.
All right, so that's all going on. It's nice, and you're stalling, you're getting you the ingredients, and you receive an unmarked letter. The FBI has tracked it over to you, and Wulp has gotten in contact with you.
What's it say?
First of all, he's a little scared. You threatened him. He's spooked. He is Wulp. But, like, he wants to help you. You're still his bro in his heart.
Oh, damn. Okay. I don't know if I trust this. Like, I feel like if Wulp sent me a death threat, I would know that something was wrong on his end, right? Like, he wouldn't just do that. And in this case, I sent him a death threat, and he was like, hey, you're still my bro, though. And I was like, at this point, I'm like, am I, though? Because, like, he could just be trying to get a reply out of me here, right? Now, they've already sent the letter to me, so they definitely know where I am, but for all I know, they sent a letter to a few spots that they thought I could be at, right? I don't have any definites here about, like, what they for sure do and do not know. What I do know is I need to learn how to make crack again, or I need to get the fuck out. So, at this point, I guess it's like, which threat am I more afraid of? Is it jail/prison? It would definitely be at least prison, right? Jail's just out of the question. But like, am I more afraid of like the law coming back at me? Like, am I more afraid of the law or the Russian mafia, right? And like, do I think that Wulp could like talk them in to getting me out of Russia before the Russian mob just like finds out and kills me, right? I think this is the balance I have to strike. So in this scenario, I think I try to get like some other person that makes crack in Russia to teach me their basics so I can, unlock the thing, all my advanced theorems make sense again, blah, blah, blah. If that doesn't work, I'm going to have to reply and I'm gonna have to try to get evacuated out of Russia and probably just have to deal with some prison time. Yeah.
Yeah, and, that was a good couple of back and forth. So
Yeah, I think we're pretty good here and ready to move on to the next one. I believe you rolled a crit.
yeah, that it would be me next. While you're over there, presumably getting escorted up by the FBI to a nice secure location, and you probably got some Russians still after you. That's a problem for another time, though. Now it's my turn to ask what Wumpkin would do. Oops, yeah, accidentally summoned a demon. He kind of hangs out with you now. Others can't see it. So how do you live your life now?
Okay, I've got a demon. What's this demon's deal? What does it want?
So you're hanging out with it, and at first it doesn't really seem to have like a goal in mind. It just seems to kind of be chilling and following you around. Yeah, every once in a while you'll just kind of like see it doing things, but it kind of stops whenever you look at it.
So it's stopping when I look at it.
Yeah, it's just hanging out when you're looking at it. It's like, hey, I didn't do nothing.
Okay, so it's pulling some boo shit right now. It's up to something. I just can't get to terms with what that is yet. No one else can see it, but it stops doing things when I have an eye on it. I would need to invest in some sort of security cam. I think that would probably be a decent solution. Is to think like sort of SCP Foundation, like this. I need a constant live feed, and I need to become much better at multitasking, and just have a nice like picture-in-picture going on any device that I have. But
all right,
I mean that would still open me up to times when I can't keep an eye on it, but it would limit it.
All right, so you got your security devices set up. You're look everywhere you look. It's just this live feed. You even got a wall removed recently. It's just a big TV of that live feed. Like everywhere you look, it's that live feed. And but you got to sleep eventually. Like you said, there's going to be a point in time where you literally just can't. And it's already been established that you're the only person that sees this demon.
Mm-hmm.
So you definitely have stalled whatever its machinations may be. But 10 years later, they're going to be complete, right? 10 years later, you're going to wake up, go outside, and it's just going to be you and an empty, vast hell space.
Okay. So I've got 10 years where I could either I could work to prevent. I can't assume that I could prevent, but I could work to prevent this hellscape, or I could embrace it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm kind of leaning towards the embracing it and just being like, let's make this an awesome 10 years, knowing that like long-term consequences won't matter so much. Short-term consequences are still there, but like longer-term stuff, like, no, I'll make a bunch of bad investments and stuff like that, But the point is that I'll have all of those non-liquid assets for my hellscape. So I'll have like a nice house, a cool car, like I'll invest in a bunch of oil, like as that's going to the side. Like when everybody's like, why are you investing in oil? Electric cars are on the rise. I'm like, no, it'll be fine. And then I'll assume that I'll have quite amount of refuse that I could burn for electrical needs. There's already fire, right?
It's a hellscape. You could probably just cook something on the floor.
Yeah, I'll lean into the hellscape, assuming that the hellscape is survivable.
All right, so yeah, you get yourself nice and set up, some nice self-sustaining, and then eventually you end up in the hellscape with your nice cushy place all on your own. But no matter how much you stocked up, eventually you're gonna run out of food, and so you're gonna have to go out into the hellscape and scavenge to survive. It's nice and simple things. It's very warm. Um, Everything is constantly wriggling. Everything has a fleshy like texture. It's perfectly fine.
Just to clarify, you're saying like the point is I have to still go out,
Yeah.
and it's very unpleasant out there, right? Because it's a hellscape.
It's unpleasant, and the available food is, even after you like chop it up and cook it, it still kind of wriggles around a bit. It's kind of fleshy.
See, okay. I mean, I know this is coming. I know the hellscape is going to be there, and I know how writhy and wriggly it's going to be. Or I just assume it's going to be because that sounds very unpleasant, and I assume hell is going to capitalize on what I find unpleasant. So I invest during those 10 years in a lot of Elric's product. So that I can brave the hellscape whenever I need to. I'll just get that nice, like, that juice going and then feel that rage and get out there and do my chores and my errands.
I knew there was a reason the Russian mob hired me.
It was kismet.
Okay, so you buy my product, You're able to go on a nice tear through the massive hellscape, and you don't even feel the fleshiness of the floor anymore. You're good. You're Gucci. You're going around. You're finding all of the disgusting, gross, like worm fruit, but you don't care because you're just that juiced out. You just chomp on down on it then and there. Eventually you'll even come across like some hellhounds that you can like fight because you don't feel pain.
Yeah,
you can fight those down and get like some okay sort of serviceable meat. Like it always comes out like the most well done tough chewy steak you've ever had in your life, but it's better than nothing. But now they see that you're enjoying yourself a little too much in this hellscape, right? So now your demon comes back, and now you see his true form, and now there's just a large pit fiend in front of you, just ready to be either your next meal or your eternal torturer. Every time you go out, now you got this giant pit fiend that just goes after you.
What does the pit fiend do to me?
So the pit fiend is just like this very large, like it doesn't matter how cracked out you are, he could just sort of obliterate you, and all that would happen upon your death is you would just sort of reassemble back at your home space, but all of your hunger and pain would still be there.
Yeah, okay, so we're talking endless physical like pain then. Yeah, like it's just a quick diversion here. Are you guys familiar with the Serious Sam games?
I am particularly not, no.
I've heard the names, but I've never really.
Yeah, they're just these like shooters, and where you shoot a bunch of demons and whatnot. The developers released a cracked copy where there was a demon in, I think, like the second or third level that would endlessly pursue you if you had this version of the game. And they specifically released it to entice people, pirators, to download this version of the game, put it on every single torrent site that they knew, and they got review bombed for it. That's how many people were stealing their games instead of paying for them. But anyways, the endless torture. Okay, I gotta deal with this demon now, because I don't like we can ignore a lot of things with the product there, the juice, but we can't ignore this. Could I entice the pit demon with the product? Could I strike up a deal? Now that I've had time, like, down in this hellscape, maybe, like, through exposure therapy, I essentially like, the wriggliness isn't so bad. You know what? The wriggliness, it's kind of sexy. So I'm fine with this now. It's just the pit demon that's the problem. So I've got all this extra product, and I'm like, it's time to get clean. I've made promises to some of the other demons. My sponsor demon would be really upset with me if I, slip off the bandwagon. So, like, yeah, let's get the pit demon hooked.
I like this idea you have where, like, there's sort of a, like a get clean. I can't think of the name right now. Like an anonymous addicts group.
Yeah, an AA group.
And there's just like, and you're just like saying your problems, about your hellscape. And there's like just this really nice demon that's just like, listen, I understand, but I just need you to not do crack about it.
It's really, there's a lot of things down there that are rough, but you have each other.
All right. So you're peddling the wares. You give some to the pit demon. He ends up liking it, really liking it, and so then the pit demon just eats the entire stock. He goes ham on it, and he kind of overdoses. He can't really handle that much of the juice from Elric, and he dies, and then you feel like your head get a little woozy. You blink a couple times, and then you open them again. You're just kind of standing naked in the middle of Russia, surrounded by like half-eaten bodies. And it seems that when the demon died, he kind of put you back into your right state of mind. So it seems that the stuff in the hellscape might have just been a part of your imagination.
Oh no, those poor hellhounds.
Okay, so I'm now standing in the middle of Russia, naked, just in the middle of my mayhem, because I had basically imagined all of this.
Yeah, you were completely delusional.
and especially it only was worsened when I started engaging in the product so that I could prepare myself for the wriggliness.
Yeah. Oh, and you're surrounded in half-eaten bodies. Let's make that clear.
Yeah, it's half-eaten bodies. I think I almost feel like that's the game over moment.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of the point of no return. Because ostensibly I've created my own hellscape now.
Yeah, that would be the theory.
Yeah. I guess I could continue living exactly the way I was. I would just be like, I hope I didn't kill Elric because I'm gonna need some more of that juice to keep this going.
Oh, he's gonna be so mad when he finds out the truth about me not knowing. See, at first I was like, oh, thank God the pit fiend died, right? Because, like, that meant that I wasn't about to get kidnapped to hell when I didn't know how to make the crack. But now...
Turns out the pit fiend was just your mafia boss.
Given my scenario, that's a good thing for me. All right. That's a pretty good... That was a pretty good one. We got some winners on this one.
Maybe you'll end up in prison with Elric, since you both...
That might be different prisons.
Yeah, I think they would put me in a different section at least.
All right. So, Crow, you find a stone, right? And when you use this stone, it gives you the ability to become number one in any field of your choosing. And then the stone vanishes. What do you pick?
Any field of my choosing?
Yeah.
Are we just talking like any like particular subject, skill, or like specifically like research fields?
Any specific like thing that you want to be the best at? Like, you want to be the best open brain surgeon? You got it. You want to be the best streamer on Twitch? You got it. You want to be the number one laziest piece of shit? Boy, howdy, do you got it.
Well, speaking of that, you know me. I have a problem. I want to be the number one gambler in the world.
Ooh. Okay, I actually really like this one. Okay, so you become the number one gambler in the world, right? Like Vegas is your bitch. You know exactly when those the slot odds are gonna line up just right for you to hit that jackpot. Like you walk into a casino and you know exactly where to be, right? You're getting lucky every single time you gamble because it's not even a gamble. But that's the problem. It's not a gamble anymore. You don't feel anything from it. You're just winning, and it's not even, there's no excitement. It becomes so mundane and just guaranteed that you're sick of it.
All right. So, you and I both know where I'm about to go with this. There's eccentric billionaires in the world. I know there are. I go looking for even higher stakes gambles, ones where I would just put in dangerous situations, things that like there's like drills in my ears if I don't do the thing, and just the classic. You gotta go for the high stakes.
Okay, but it has a devastating effect though, because you keep pushing these stunts further and further, to the degree where those around you are either getting hurt or they simply want to leave being a part of your life because you're going to get them in danger at some point. So now you're for want of even creating these situations in which you can show incredible feats of luck.
All right. So basically, all my friends left me because I keep getting them hurt or killed. Maybe I had something to do with Elbert getting kidnapped. Can't rule that one out. So you know what? I'm just gonna, I can't have any like personal connections anymore. So I'm just gonna start broadcasting it on the dark web. I'm just gonna, and I'll even invite other people who want to enjoy this thrill with me, and maybe eventually, because the stone made me the best then, maybe I can find somebody better than me at gambling, going through the dark web. So I'm gonna try to find somebody even better than me with high stakes.
Okay, so you're doing your high stakes gamble, right? You're gonna try to find someone better than you. I like that this is the direction you're going for, because my next twist was going to be that someone else found that stone and made the exact same desire, number one gambler. And so now they're coming across your dark website, But here's the thing: you get together with them. You're gonna play your high stakes mahjong. Every time you lose points, you lose blood, etc. We're gonna lean into this, and they haven't used. No, better yet, they haven't used the stone yet. You're in this high stakes game. You're winning currently, but seeing them losing their blood gets your blood going. Then they pull out the stone in front of you. They rub it, and you realize what it is and why it's so familiar, and it vanishes. And all of a sudden, you see yourself go back to your prior state from before the stone.
Oh.
And
now they are the number one gambler.
Okay. So now he's the best gambler. I went back to just being me. Okay. We're in the middle of mosquito mahjong.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now at this point, my life is on the line. I don't have gambling powers anymore, so I gotta rely on bluffing. I've just got to do something so stupid that it might just work to save myself. So I raise the stakes. I act like it's not bothering me. I go even harder when he gets better.
Okay, so you can play on this guy's your asymmetric knowledge of the stone, because it works. You've lived the life, but he just got the stone and is only using it for the first time now, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you can, bluff into being nervous. But if that, I guess I want to clarify the deal with the stone, because if that other guy had the stone,
yeah,
does the stone just go somewhere else?
Yeah, as soon as you use it, it vanishes. It goes somewhere else on the world for someone else to find. Maybe
someone else to find. Maybe. Okay. So the guy challenges you to finding the stone a final time, and your life is on the line for that. The point is that the wish is that one of you is gonna die. That's your gamble that he puts forward to one up you. What do you do to find that stone, knowing that he has all the luck in the world?
All right, so at this point, the mosquito mahjong's ended. We're both still alive. The new gamble is finding the stone. I've already lost all my friends and family. I'm gonna put what money I have in good causes, and I'm not even gonna look for the stone. I'm just gonna find a nice porch. I'm gonna wait for my day to come. Maybe visit Elric in jail. Maybe visit Wumpkin in jail, and then just kind of chill on a nice porch, drinking some coffee, waiting for the inevitability to come.
I like how at the end of this, you're the only one not in jail.
But there's no fight left in him. He's just like, no, I go into hospice care.
Hey, look, I've had my time. There's a new gambler. It's my time. I must go.
All right. Now, I got one more flag that I want to throw on here, which is you're sitting on your porch, and then the most like spark of luck thing you could ever imagine happens, and the stone appears in front of your feet on your porch.
All right, so I've got the stone again, but you know what? I've resigned myself. I might have won the gamble, but I'm just gonna put the stone in my pocket. I'm gonna live out my last year and a half, whatever I have left. I'm not gonna use it again.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna protect the power. Interesting too. I was more curious on because I feel like in this scenario I would just use the stone to be the best at finding that stone.
I mean, it's the stone. Oh, you mean to just keep finding it over and over? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you could just I think it's only a scenario where the newest wish on the stone would negate a previous use of it. In this case, someone else becoming the best at the thing.
Yeah.
That would make it take it away. So in theory, you could probably just be the best at finding the stone and just become a master of multiple things.
But see, look, I've already felt the hollowness.
Yeah.
From being the best at gambling.
Yeah.
I would just feel that hollowness on everything else. So I'm just
That's
gonna
fair.
Lock it away.
Fair enough. Live out the rest of your life. All right. I think we've pretty much taken that as far as it can go. I mean, there could be some stone hunters or something, but realistically, we're probably hitting about the end of our timepiece here, anyways.
Yeah, that's nice. Good old stopping point.
So, with that being said, I'm Reno.
I'm Crow.
And I'm Wumpkin.
And this has been the What I Would Do show. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Reno back at the end with your usual set of plugs. First and foremost, I just want to thank all of y'all for showing up and listening to the new episode. Sorry, the audio on this one might have been a little bit rougher than normal, but I appreciate you listening all the way through regardless. If you want to see more of me, feel free to check me out over at twitch.tv/Sir Elric. And if you want to see more of Wumpkin, twitch.tv/Wumpkin. That is spelled WUMPKIN. And Sir Elric is spelled SIRELRICH. Next episode should be coming around. Let me just pull up the calendar here. Yes, the 31st. Again, thanks to all of you for listening. Thanks to Anchor for being the best platform for podcasting I've ever seen in my lifetime. And until next time, we'll see you there.